Exclusive! Attention, Arsenal fans, get ready because the latest news is breathtaking. Today we bring you a super exclusive Nico Williams and Calafiori could be on their way to the Emirates. Stay tuned to find out everything about these possible subscriptions and how they can transform our time. Don't miss any details because what's coming will shake the transfer market. And let's move on to today's news. But first, just check if you're already subscribed to the channel, as the next videos will be a series of content that will help you stay informed about everything related to Arsenal. The Gunners. Big Arsenal transfer news. Hey Gunners, ready for incredible transfer news? Hold on tight because Arsenal are about to do something incredible in the world of football. We're talking about big signings, maybe even records about stars that shone at Euro 2024, and about some surprises that will leave your mouth open. Stay with us until the end of this video to find out everything that's happening behind the scenes at our beloved Arsenal. You won't want to miss this one. Our club is preparing for the biggest summer transfer window we've ever seen. We're talking about new hires that can completely transform our time and take people to new levels. But before we dive into the news, let's take a look at the scenario. Euro 2024 and the Copa America are over, and now it's time for the clubs to start making their moves. So far, Arsenal have been very calm, with just one new addition, goalkeeper David Raya, who is now truly a player of our time. But don't be discouraged, because things will change quickly. Let's talk about the incredible Nico Williams. Did you see what he did? He was sensational at Euro 2024, helping Spain win the tournament and even scored a goal in the final against England. It was a moment of pure emotion. Here comes the interesting part. Arsenal really want to sign Nico Williams, and Arteta, our manager, loves him. But as always, there are some challenges. We are facing some issues that we need to resolve before closing the deal. Here's the first challenge. Nico Williams has a release clause of $58 million, which is roughly $48 million. This may not seem like much, but there is a complicated detail. We need to pay this entire amount at once, right at the beginning. It's as if you had to pay a large amount at once to buy something really cool. The second problem, competition. Now the second challenge, we're not the only ones who notice how good Nico Williams is. Chelsea and Liverpool are also keeping an eye on him. Imagine a big fight to see who can hire Nico. The question is, will he be worth $48 million? And how would it fit into our time? Now let's talk about another player who could be really cool, Riccardo Calafiori. If you don't know him yet, you'll love it. This young defender is attracting a lot of attention in Italy, and Arsenal are almost guaranteed to sign him. A journalist named Steve Kay said that the deal is almost closed, but there is still one detail to resolve. We managed to settle a difference of around $5 million and decide how to pay the rest. It's like we're almost buying a really cool toy, but there are still a few adjustments left. Here's some good news. It looks like we'll be able to close the deal with Riccardo Calafiori. He could be Arsenal's first major signing of this transfer window. This means we are about to bring an incredible player to our team. You might be wondering how Arsenal will be able to afford all these new players. Here comes the interesting part. Let's think about our local talents like Eddie Nketiah, Rice, Nelson, and Emile Smith-Rowe. There is a chance that some of these players could be sold to raise money. But do not worry. Selling our local players is something that could help us a lot, and it could bring almost $100 million to Arsenal. So what do you think? How would you feel if we sold some of our players to bring new stars to the team? Here's a surprise for you. Even with everyone talking about us needing a new striker, Arsenal might not sign one this summer. It may seem strange, but journalist David Orstein said that the club had its eye on Benjamin Sesko, but it didn't work out. So do we really need a new striker? If we don't have to, who do you think will lead our offense next season? You can imagine what it will be like. Remember Jakub Kiwior. We only signed him last year, but now they are saying that Inter Milan really wants him. And guess what? They could even include Kiwior in a deal to bring Calafiori to Arsenal. Here's the question. If Kiwior leaves after just one season, would you be sad? Or do you think it's a good idea if it helps bring Calafiori to our team? An important thing to remember is that time is passing quickly. Preseason is upon us, and Arsenal need to close their deals soon if they want their new players to be ready for the season. This is especially true in the case of Calafiori. Arsenal and his current team, Bologna, need to resolve this quickly. So did you already know this news? Let us know in the comments if you already knew, and leave your opinion on the subject. I will read and respond to your comment. Arsenal want Calafiori to join the team before preseason, and Bologna need time to find someone to take his place. So let's hope that everything will be resolved in time. So what does this all mean for Arsenal? The club is super excited and wants to improve the team, but it's not just about bringing in new players. It's about building a strong team that can compete at the highest level. Think about it. If we manage to sign Williams and Calafiori, how will that change our team? Williams can give our attack a super boost, while Calafiori can make our defense much stronger. But the important thing is not just having good players, it's how they will fit in with our current stars, like Saka, Odegaard, and Martinelli. One thing is right, Arsenal's transfer window is never boring. Remember, not all the changes we hear about will happen. Some negotiations may not work out, and other unexpected signings may appear out of nowhere. This is the exciting part of the transfer window. And know that for every rumor we hear, there are probably 10 more going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Seydou and Arteta are working hard to improve our team, even if we don't always see the results straight away. Question for you, what is Arsenal's most surprising transfer so far? And will we see any incredible signings this summer? There's one important thing we haven't talked about yet. Financial fair play, or FFP, these rules help ensure that clubs spend their money in a fair and balanced way. We're almost done, but before I realize that you haven't left a like on this video yet, this is very important so that YouTube can continue to share our content with you, and will be helping you stay informed about the Gunners Club. So now leave a like on this video, it's free. Arsenal have been very smart with their finances in recent years, but when we think about signing players like Williams or Calafiori, we need to keep an eye on these rules. This is where selling players comes into play. It's not just about getting money, but also about keeping everything balanced to follow the FFP rules. Now think about it. How much do you think FFP should influence our ideas about hiring? Does this change the way you view potential new stars on the team? While we're all excited about the new additions, we can't forget about our incredible youth academy. Arsenal have always been great at unearthing promising young talent. Now, could this transfer window be the chance for some of our young players to shine? If we sell players like Nketiah or Smith Rowe, maybe they will get a chance in the first team. Question for you. Are there any young players that you're super excited about? And do you think they are ready to play for the first team? Remember, we're not the only ones trying to improve our team this summer. Other clubs such as Manchester City, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool are also moving in the transfer market to become stronger. Therefore, it is super important that Arsenal make quick and accurate decisions. We need to make sure we don't fall behind in this race. So which of our rivals do you think is doing better so far? And how do you think Arsenal are comparing against them? Ultimately, all of these potential new signings need to match Arteta's vision for Arsenal. He has a clear idea of how he wants the team to play. So any new player needs to fit into this plan. It's super cool to know that Arteta likes players like Nico Williams. That means he's not just after famous stars, but players who can really improve the way we play. Now tell me, how would you describe Arteta's playing style? And what types of players do you think best fit this style? Before we finish, here's one last question for you. If you were in charge of Arsenal signings this summer, what would be your top 3 priorities? Tell us in the comments. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the next content. Access now our playlist that will appear on the screen or in the comment pinned with all the latest news from Arsenal, and stay up to date with the behind-the-scenes, highlights, last-minute controversies, transfers, everything about the Gunners team. Until the next video.